How's it going, guys? I figured I'd do a video. I just uploaded a short of showing off my Green Ranger Funkos. Now, growing up in the 90s, every kid loved the Power Rangers. Whether your favorite was the blue, the pink, the black, the red, yellow. Mine was always green. Jason David Frank was a hero of mine. I think every kid looked up to him. And that was a guy that really truly cared about his fans. He loved his fans. If you see any of his videos at conventions, he was hands on. He would talk to you for a good like 10 minutes or so. He would get to know you a little bit. He made you feel like you were the most important person in the world, which I'm sure we were because we were his fans. Now, I had the pleasure of meeting Jason David Frank. Um, Here's a little story time, if you will. The Boston Marathon bombings happened, and I believe it was Boston Comic Con was supposed to happen. It got canceled. Now, keep in mind, I was not attending because I didn't really know about it until the very last minute. And the Boston Marathon bombings happened, and that was a tragedy in Boston. It shook the entire city. The city was on shutdown. Boston Comic Con has been canceled. Jason David Frank stayed behind to meet people. He wanted to meet his fans. He wanted to make sure we're good, everything's going to be all right. And he went to some comic book stores in the Massachusetts area. It just so happens where I was living, there was a comic book down store maybe 10 minutes away. That, not even. And I was hoping, I was not praying, but I was, come on, please. And then I see that comic book store was going to have Jason David Frank meeting his fans. Oh my God, dude. Oh my God. I was so excited. I had to meet him. You know, I was nervous. I was shaking because I was meeting one of my childhood heroes. And I'll do another video about my other childhood hero, meeting him, Hulk Hogan. Um, when I went up to him, shook his hand, I said, this is amazing. I never got, I never thought I would have the chance to meet you and stuff like that. I talked to him about him doing his MMA days, and I thought that was really cool. And he stayed there. He met every single person that showed up that day, and he didn't have to do this. He didn't have to. He could have said, you know what, it's canceled. I'm gonna go home to my wife and kids. But he decided to do this. You know, Truth be told, I was nervous. I was a little scared about what happened, but I knew eventually things would get back to normal again. But when someone famous wants to stick around and meet their fans, that gives a lot, earns a lot of respect in my book. And of course, he's no longer with us. You know, I showed Power Rangers to my son when he was a young age, and he loves Power Rangers as much as I did back in the day. You know, I'll still go back and watch Power Rangers. It's still cheesy, but you know what? It's still great. It's still great to this very day. It's hard to believe that looking back on stuff like that, like, wow. I don't know if that would fly nowadays. I don't think it would be as popular as it was when I was a kid. Or I don't know how you old people are that are watching this video. But Yeah, that was one hell of an experience. Something I'll never forget. Check out the short where I show off the Funkos and the picture of me meeting him. And yeah, I would love to hear your stories. Did you meet Jason David Frank? Have you met someone famous that was like, wow, like, can't believe I met this person. This person didn't have to do this, you know? And I'm more than welcome to take ideas from new videos. So if you got ideas or shorts that you have want to see, if I could do it, I will do it. I'm fair game. I'm willing to hear here. And don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, all that. All right, guys. We'll see you in the next one, which will be our Pro Wrestling Tees crate. And maybe Cybercade will join us. All right, guys. We'll see you in the next one.